Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Tensions flared in Bilbao. Moments after Tottenham edged Manchester United 1-0 in the Europa League final, Harry Maguire had to be held back following a heated exchange with Christian Romero. The two defenders, who had already clashed late in the game, reignited their feud on the pitch as staff rushed to separate them. Romero walked away with a winner's medal and a few words for Maguire. Spurs finally end a 17-year trophy drought, while United are left in frustration yet again. Brennan Johnson scored the only goal, and the celebrations, loud, but the post-match drama, even louder. Manchester United star Harry Maguire had to be separated from Christian Romero moments after the Europa League final. Maguire's side were beaten by Romero's Spurs in a tight game at San Mamés, with tensions boiling over after the final whistle. Romero passed Maguire on the Bilbao pitch before approaching and embracing United right-back Diogo Dalot. Maguire then walked back towards his opponent and began gesticulating in apparent reference to an earlier incident during the game. It was then that staff members began to intervene. Maguire continued pointing and speaking, while Romero appeared to reply to his fellow centre-back. The pair had clashed in an on-field incident during the latter stages of the game as well. Maguire was penalised for a foul on Romero, picking up a yellow card in an incident which saw players from both teams get involved. Ultimately, it was Romero who finished the game on the winning side, with Brennan Johnson scoring the only goal of the game as Spurs beat United to win the competition and earn a spot in next season's Champions League. Romero, a World Cup winner with Argentina, now has another winner's medal to add to his collection. "I'm so happy right now," match winner Johnson told TNT Sports after the game. "This season has not been good at all. Not one of us players care about that now. This club has not won a trophy for 17 years. It means so much. All the fans get battered, we get battered for not winning a trophy. We had to get the first one. I'm so happy. Ever since I came here, it has been Tottenham, good team but can't get it done. But we got it done." He played three in midfield, and particularly in the first half that overpowered Man United. Second half, there was a case of holding on and hanging in there. They defended like Trojans. Hopefully, it's a stepping stone for more. Former United defender Rio Ferdinand, meanwhile, recognised Romero's importance to the result. "Getting those defenders back was critical for this team," he said. "Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven wanted to defend that penalty area. They were not bothered about Harry Maguire being up, they enjoyed the battle. They defended for their lives and they got what they needed." Tottenham Hotspur's 17-year trophy drought is over after Spurs emerged victorious from the battle of the Premier League underachievers in Bilbao. Brennan Johnson smuggled the ball over the line 3 minutes before half-time for the only goal of a desperately poor Europa League final in which Manchester United failed to inspire. The closest Ruben Amorim's side came to a goal was through a Rasmus Højlund header, which was superbly cleared off the line by Mickey van der Ven, who stood tall as Spurs delivered a trophy to the delight of their often criticised manager, Ange Postecoglou. The Australian wore a delighted grin as he lived up to his promise of winning a trophy in his second season and earned Champions League qualification, with United left crestfallen and without European football of any kind next season. There was a fairly frantic feel to the opening proceedings in Bilbao, where the do-or-die nature of the game, a match which would serve as a season-saver for the winner and condemn the loser to one of their worst campaigns in living memory, was leading the sides 16th and 17th in the Premier League toward a somewhat manic approach. Johnson was denied by Andre Onana from a tight angle, before the Welshman's teammate Richarlison had a shot blocked. At the other end, Guglielmo Vicario flapped at a Bruno Fernandes corner, with Amad Diallo picking up the loose ball and flashing a fierce drive across the face of goal and beyond the United attackers. That early promise then largely disappeared from the game though, and it became bogged down in a deep lack of quality full of errors on both sides. Hopes for a goal centred on either a piece of inspiration or a mistake, and 3 minutes before half-time the latter arrived. Fernandes gave the ball away to Pape Sarr, and after the Senegalese briefly loaned it to Richarlison and Rodrigo Bentancur, he swung in a cross towards the darting Johnson, who swiped and flailed at it just enough to discomfort Shaw. The ball struck the United defender's arm and dropped towards goal, seemingly via the faintest touch from Johnson, with Onana unable to claw it away. Goal. Not the prettiest one you've ever seen in a European final, but Spurs didn't care. They had something to hold on to now, but while they would have perhaps expected an onslaught at the start of the second half, one never really arrived. Attempts to progress the ball ended up being stifled by the hard-working Spurs midfield and wide players, and the game remained scrappy beyond the hour mark. United weren't creating anything, and indeed, their most dangerous outlet was proving to be Vicario. The Spurs goalkeeper got in a muddle with Dominic Solanke from a Fernandes free kick, but Højlund's goal-bound header was acrobatically and brilliantly cleared off the line by Van de Ven. Ruben Amorim eventually turned to his bench to introduce Joshua Zirkzee and Alejandro Garnacho. And suddenly, there was a greater threat going forward. Fernandes headed just wide, and you knew more chances were coming. Garnacho brought a sharp stop from Vicario, but it was all so poor from United, and as Harry Maguire moved into the centre-forward position as an act of desperation, Vicario saved well late on from Luke Shaw. Spurs eventually emerged as winners of the slugfest, and will quickly forget just how they did it. With one league game left and Premier League hopes all but dashed, Manchester United's season has been a roller coaster in the wrong direction. Yet ahead of Wednesday's Europa League final against Tottenham, skipper Harry Maguire has revealed just how stunned he and his teammates are by their fans' unwavering support. From derby triumphs to breathtaking comebacks, United's faithful have stuck by a side mired in defeats, and now the Red Devils have one last chance to repay that loyalty in Bilbao. Can Maguire and Kiwanis deliver the silverware their supporters so richly deserve? Harry Maguire says Manchester United's players have been surprised by the backing of their fans, given how poorly they have played this season. United have endured their worst season of the Premier League era, losing 18 games, and are currently languishing in 16th place with one league game left to play. But while their league campaign has been a write-off, Ruben Amorim's side can salvage something from the ruins by beating Tottenham to win the Europa League final. Despite the depths United have plumbed this season, United's fans have continued to back Ruben Amorim and his players, with Maguire admitting their enduring loyalty has surprised them. "They've been absolutely incredible this season," said Maguire. "It's surprising us players how much they're backing us. We've disappointed them far too much. We've given them some good times in the Europa League and some great memories in terms of winning the derby at the Etihad, but it's even surprised me. I say they're the greatest fans in the world, and I think this year they've proved that. It's been remarkable when we get to play in front of them, even though we're not performing. That's why I think they deserve it, and we deserve everything we do to give them the great opportunity to go and win the cup final and give them that day out. It's only a good day out if we come back and win the tournament. We know this season has been nowhere near good enough for this club and for our standards. Next season, I know we'll improve." Maguire has had rotten luck with United when it comes to finals, injured for the Europa League final defeat to Villarreal in 2021, and also ruled out of last season's FA Cup final win over Manchester City. The England defender was also an unused substitute in United's FA Cup final defeat to City in 2023, and only played 2 minutes when they won the League Cup in the same season under former boss Erik ten Hag. "Missing the Villarreal one was a big one for me," said Maguire. "I was captain of the club at the time and a big part of that team. Maybe the result would have been different if I'd been in the team. That's what I felt. I missed last year as well. I was playing every week under Erik and missed the final, so it hurt. But the lads put in a great performance. It makes it a lot better when you win. The Villarreal one hurt a lot more than the cup final, just because of the result. At the time of the Villarreal final, I was an important part of the team. We had a good team that year and played really well. We had a good defensive record, but I had a nasty ankle injury. Looking back to that game, I actually think we played pretty well. We were unlucky not to win, and it's nice to get another opportunity against Spurs in another final. We'll be ready for it. Maguire has enjoyed a revival under Amorim, and will start in the centre of defence tonight, capping a remarkable turnaround for the 32-year-old, who nearly left United after having the captaincy taken off him by Ten Hag in the summer of 2023. But Maguire has shown impressive mental resilience to re-establish himself as automatic pick and scored the 121st-minute winner in United's epic quarter-final comeback against Lyon. "You want to be in these big games, these big moments, pressure moments," said Maguire. "You want to play and be part of it. It's been a couple of years now and I feel in a good place. I feel really comfortable at this club and my surroundings and the pressure that's involved in it. It's an amazing club and I'm really privileged and proud to be a part of it."